Okay, so slide 3. This slide is a little different. So it says that the layout needs to be title and comparison. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that up. So in our PowerPoint, let's do new slide and change the layout to title and comparison. And I like the comparison one, so that way you can actually like title each of the slides now or sides of it. Now, for some reason, they don't leave you very much room to put some of this information. So this is when I use the control key to allow me to select both of those little boxes so that they're the same size. And then same thing here. Move these up and then drag them down a little bit. So that way you just have a little bit more room if you need it. I also like to just kind of jazz this up a little bit. I feel like it gets kind of boring. But again, that's just all me, and you don't have to do that, but you sure can if you want. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little tricky depending on whether or not you know, your singer has been around for a while, you know, where they kind of got their start or why they're popular. So it says that the first column should be awards and accolades. If it's a lot, like if you chose someone like Michael Jackson or Guns N' Roses or some of those artists that have been around for a long time, like Queen, do not, or Taylor Swift, do not list all of their awards. Choose some of the most significant or maybe some of the most recent. Same thing with their albums. Some of these, like one time I did the Eagles, and if I listed all of their albums, it would take up like an entire slide, and no one really cares. Also, leave out like the best ofs or greatest hits, or you know, maybe they did a Christmas album. However, if you're doing Mariah Carey, you might want to include that because that one's a pretty popular album. But anyway, so your first column is going to be awards and accolades, and then your second one will be albums. And it says to list their albums, if a lot, select some of the more recent, list one popular song from the album as a second level bullet. If any of them went platinum or received accolades, note that as well. So I'm going to kind of show you how I do that. All right, so on this slide, so I titled this slide awards, and then just kind of listed some of the more recent ones, or not recent ones, but bigger ones. Also, one of the things about Sister Hazel is they have been classified in many different ways. So they've kind of won some different awards based on that. And also they're really known for their acoustic vibe. So I listed that one of their acoustic albums won one as well. So my notes here, I don't go over and read to you my bullets. I just say, or the awards that they won, I just say, as mentioned before, this band has been classified in many different ways. However, it is mainly classified as folk or southern rock due to their acoustic vibe and instrumentals in their songs. Again, Sister Hazel is not a super popular band on the airways. Therefore, their songs and albums don't receive a lot of accolades at the award shows. And then over here, I just listed some of their more recent, I don't know why I keep saying that, some of their more popular albums, and then talked about, and then I listed their most recent album just so you could see how long they've been around. So this was their first album, kind of one of the ones that kind of made them popular more in the, I guess, adult charts, and then this is their most recent one in 2015. Also for this title, again, I love me some alliteration, so I put some of Sisters songs and awards. Again, I do not just read to you that somewhere familiar. Its popular song would be All For You, Chasing Daylight. Another popular song from that album would be Chasing Daylight. an award they won. I mean, you can all read that as I'm talking and still understand what I'm saying and understand that. So just kind of keep those things in mind. Short bullet points. So after I typed somewhere familiar, I just press Enter Tab, type the name of the song, and then Enter Shift Tab to pop that bullet back out. So just like we've been doing in all of our bullet activities. All right, so have fun with this one. Again, steer clear of trying to say too wordy. And then for this, a good source for some of this stuff is Wikipedia. I've said this before, but if you go onto Google and you search your artist, and I don't know if it does it for Sister Hazel information. Oh, see how it pops up over here? It will either cite it here where you get that information. So some kids will cite Google for their information. They're like, no, I swear I got my information on Google right here. Or they saw it right here. Well, the reason that's not from Google. Again, Google does not put information on the internet. They searched it and found it, and it tells you where it gets it. Typically these over here are from Wikipedia, but I guess not always. This one's from sisterhazel.com. So just make sure you kind of know where you're getting your information. For those on that side, I did get it from Wikipedia. I am okay with Wikipedia for this type of, I guess, PowerPoint information. Okay, the fun fact slide. Let me go ahead and add this slide. Change my layout. This needs to be a different layout, so I'm going to choose this you don't have to title it this, whatever it is that you choose. And this is where you're going to list fun facts. Now, make sure these are interesting facts. You know, maybe why they named the band that, what their band is named after. Some of the information I've gotten on this slide is kind of questionable. So, again, just make sure it's interesting and would be classified as kind of a fun fact. Just like trivia things, you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's growing my font very much. Can you guys read that? I don't like this black on gray here. Hold on. Would it be better if the font was white? Yeah, that's a little bit easier to read, isn't it? There you can read it. Okay, and I'm going to have this come in as well. So here's my fly-in. And then I would add notes down there and add a picture over here. Don't forget, if you have a picture, you need to cite your source. Also plan when to click the mouse. Let's go back over the rubric and see what we're missing here. Alright, so it says interesting info, at least 4 facts. Fun facts that aren't widely known include any interesting rise to fame. Again, make sure you're citing your sources. Okay, so it is a slide design. That's what we did at the beginning. First I said not to do it, and then I said go ahead. That's that thing with like the black lines around mine. 3 images. Okay, so I have the one as the background, and then I have this one and this one. Okay, got that. 2 special effects, custom animation, 2 images. All right. I have not done that. So one thing I was telling you to do is kind of add. So what I might do is I'm going to click all of these 3 and just have them appear. And then I'm going to move them to the beginning. And I might just have them, that one come in with previous too. So then it kind of comes in with the slide design. I don't really always have to click. I don't like to have to click on the title and stuff like that. But there I've added animation to my images. I'll do it to this one as well. I'll have it come in with number 2. So I'll have it up here with previous, but move it up here. Move earlier. Oh, I'll do on click first and then move. Can I not? I need to expand this one. And then I'll click on my picture and move it after number 3 and then say with previous. And so now when I talk about how each band member wrote 2 songs on an album, the picture of the band members will come in. Okay, so there's my 2, if you have an arrow coming in, something like that, that would also be animation, a special effect there. That would count as well. A sound clip, I will cover that in just a minute. Change the bullets to an image or webding on one slide. An animated shape with text, insert a shape, add text, add animation. So I did that where I put, click the image for more information. I could put, I don't know. Where's the heart? Isn't there a heart here somewhere? Sorry to waste your time, guys. Come on. It's like basic shapes. Isn't there a heart? There it is. Jeez Louise. Edit text. I could have it, what? Change it to red. And then have it fly. I'll just have it appear. Okay. So there would be your shape animated with text. Okay. And then make sure that you cite your source. You need to have an animated object, a shape or picture to the band's website or site with information about the band, not just a website listing. So that's what I did there with that picture. So you should be able to go through this and check things off. I'll go ahead and show you the site that I want you to use for the sound. And I just recommend this site because I know for a fact that all these, you can use these sites. So if you go to www.frees, I think you have to search for free online sounds. Okay, on Google, definitely freesfx.co.uk will show up. Okay. And then love, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know. Let's see. Only we'll just use that clip. I don't know. Okay, that is it. Whatever. Okay, so once you find a clip that you love, just like that one that I just found, right click on the play button here. Go to Save Link As. Find your files in your OneDrive in your 6 computers folder and rename it like, you know, clapping or whatever. Okay. Then go back onto your PowerPoint and like I want that to play when this heart appears. So I'm going to go to